I'm really excited to chat with you because obviously you've been doing your thing on TikTok. I see you on my For You page every other day, but you're blowing up in all sorts of ways now, which is amazing to see. I'd love to take it back to the very beginning though with you. Where did it all start and how did you get into making music?
Yeah, it started in truly it started in like my dad's shed. He had a drum set. He grew up playing drums, so he put me on the drum set before I could even really fit on the drum set.
Oh.
Yeah, he kind of pushed me into music. Music's always been my first love. So I went through like middle school and high school playing in the band and stuff. In high school too, I picked up music production. So started making beats and stuff here and there. And then for my graduation gift, my parents got me some equipment to record. And I really wanted my homies to record on my beats. But they didn't really ever take to them. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start singing, and I'm just gonna start doing it myself. This was like 2016, and around that same time, I was going to school for like jazz. I studied in college for like a year and a half, and those first 2 semesters of college, I was like so incredibly lost. I really don't want to teach music. I was like, but I don't really have any other answer right now, so I'm just gonna go to school and see what's good. And then late 2017, in my third semester, I got the confidence to kind of like just put out some songs. And then I think it was after that semester I dropped out. I told my parents, I was like, hey, let me get a semester off just to put 100% into this artist project, and never looked back.
Yes, that's awesome. And I'm sure there's a lot of kids who do that and it doesn't maybe pan out the way they planned for it to. You are right on that path. I think it's really special to hear that you didn't necessarily start singing either. You played instruments because you got the voice of an angel.
Thank you so much.
What the heck? You haven't been doing that your whole life? That's so great. What inspired you to take your talents to TikTok?
Yeah, I think seeing the success it was putting other people through, and just seeing how it worked wonders for other people. I think it's all about, it'll give back to you if you give to it, and that's what I've been doing. It took a little bit for me to get on the TikTok train. I know it's been out for a few years. I didn't really take to it until like maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. And it's all about finding your little area there. You got to find your pocket of TikTok and figure out how to enjoy yourself. And it took me a long time to figure that out. I would say for people that are trying to get into it, it's a beautiful thing, but it's also a lot of pressure. I think the beautiful thing about it is that you could have one follower and get a video that does 5 million views. And because there's that possibility, when it doesn't do 5 million views, there is, it feels like a bummer. It's not Instagram where you know what to expect, or Twitter where you know what to expect. It's anything can happen. So like I said, there's an upside to it, there's a downside to it, but I think finding your pockets and just making content that you really, really enjoy and have a solid product regardless of the outcome. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I do think that's really unique about TikTok. Like you said, you never know what could pop off and what might disappoint you in numbers, but you got to keep creating and keep putting your stuff out there.
It's crazy. It's honestly insane.
Yeah. And it kind of, maybe in a way led you to this point. Now you're signed to a record label. That's so cool. Congratulations on that.
Thank
How
you.
has your life changed, if at all, since signing to Warner?
Honestly, it has been a game changer. I think, having these amazing people in the Warner building, just like, pushing for me and just like really flexing their muscles. It's been amazing. I know there's a lot of like record label, like horror stories out there. I think it's all about building a solid foundation for yourself first, and then finding those people when you need them. And I've been with my team since 2018. So we've been building together for a very long time. We got to this point now where we're like, hey, look, I think it's time to take the next step. We had this opportunity with Warner, with this Billie Eilish cover and stuff. And yeah, we just decided this was the right time. The team was amazing. The opportunity was amazing. And yeah, everything's gone to plan, and it's been nothing short of, perfect.
Good. as it should be. And, you know, more people to be on your team and on your side, it's just anything could happen. So that's
Right. It's
really
all
great.
about I need people in my corner that are passionate about it. And I could just tell from the jump that they were excited and they were gonna fight for me.
Good, as they should. That's amazing. And speaking of what they're fighting for, your latest single, or your first single really with Warner, was Gradually, which we
Yep.
love. What inspired this track?
Yeah. So I mean, gradually is all about watching someone walk out of your life gradually, or begging them to at least. I know a lot of people can come to a conclusion that's like, hey, let me get out of here quick. I'm one of those people. If I see a red flag, I mean, naturally, like in my past relationships, I'm just like, let me get out of here quick before something, before it, like, I don't know, before you get too attached, and then it becomes gradual. Because for the person that's letting go, it's easier to just go all of a sudden than it is gradually. But for the person that's being left behind, you want to see it happen gradually so you can process that. I wrote this one early last year. It was in January of 2021. It's my first time working with a good friend of mine now, Danny Mayich, who did help me do the whole EP. It was our first time working. We just sat in the studio for like 6 or 7 hours and was like, hey, let's just make something real quick. Made Gradually, and that's how I knew it was something special.
Yes, yes, it certainly is. I also love your song Real that
Yeah.
I recently found on your YouTube. It gives me vibes of another artist that I really love as well, named Bozzie. We've had him
Yep.
here for a few shows, and I'm a big fan of his, so it's a compliment. What artist, maybe him included, inspire you?
Absolutely. Bozzie's been a huge inspiration for me
Ooh.
honestly, since like 2018. Pretty sure I found him in 2018. And actually my first vinyl I ever bought was Cosmic, his first album. So
I love that album.
yeah, I think it's one of the greatest pop albums of all time. A little controversial, but I truly believe that. But
I back it.
also artists like Bryson Tiller. That was my first true taste of like modern R&B. And then like throwing it back a little bit, people like Music Soul Child and D'Angelo, and even more recent like Daniel Caesar, like all those people kind of like just like learning their songs and like studying the way they write and just like deliver vocals like has really helped me a lot. Maybe not as like a direct influence to the product that I'm putting out, but more so like just the way I think about things. Like when I hear music, I hear it in a different way because I've listened to their stuff and can process it differently.
Totally. And I feel like there is kind of this wave of that 90s, early 2000s R&B making its way back to us, which
Yeah.
was one of my favorite eras. So all of the artists you name kind of bring me back to that time, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Add on to that, who is on your dream list of people you'd like to work with on a song one day?
I mean, I would love to work with Kehlani on a song. I would love to work with Ty Dolla $ign. I would love to get Ty on a song, or even just be in the studio. Like with these people specifically, it's like we don't even have to make a song. Just like
In the
I want
room.
to see the process. Yeah, I want to see the process. I just want to meet him, get to know him, and then maybe especially working on like production side and writing side, like someone like John Bellion would be amazing. So yeah, that's on my radar right now.
That's a great radar. Ty Dolla $ign could do everything too.
I know.
If he's just breathing the same air, it's gonna be a perfect song. So
He's in my top 3 right now. For
yes,
sure.
well, we're manifesting it. Do you believe in manifestation, Austin?
Absolutely. How
Yeah.
could I not?
Good, good. We're putting it out there. And I know Friday is gonna be a big day for you, right? Is that the day the EP comes out?
It is indeed. It's right around the
Yes.
corner.
I keep seeing you posting like, please pre-save my EP, encouraging fans to do that, which is amazing. I love it. For people who might not know, how does it benefit artists when you pre-save their albums like that?
It's a great look for Spotify and Apple Music and all these platforms to see that there's some anticipation build up for these songs that are coming out. And that's what pre-saving does. I realized pre-saving is a little difficult. Sometimes you have to log in again, and a lot of people don't know their Spotify login. I literally just had a homie that was like, he dropped his pre-save link, and I'm like trying to pre-save it. I'm like, what's my Spotify login? Like all this stuff. So just one pre-save, like just knowing how difficult it is like, man, that's a big deal. So whenever you start like racking up the numbers and pre-saves, it really shows, people like Spotify and Apple Music that, hey, we should probably add this to a playlist. We should probably support this song because there's a lot of people out there that like it, and there's probably more people that are going to like it. So no, it's an absolute huge deal. It's a great way to track, how the songs doing before it even comes out.
Yes, absolutely. So anyone watching this, you better pre-save Austin's EP. It's coming out on Friday. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so it's a 5-track EP. It's called You're Almost There. Like I said, I did it all with Danny. It's really my first time ever like letting someone else get their like hands dirty with the project and just like really help me out. Like I trust Danny so much on the production and writing in. So we really went in together. Also my good friend Amelia Moore, we wrote a few tracks together on there. So yeah, it's a great little like collaborative piece, I would say. I mean, so much more to that project than just me, which I think is a beautiful thing. But yeah, it's called You're Almost There. It's all about the journey over the destination. At first I thought I was writing about the destination. That's why I called it You're Almost There. But it's funny now, I kind of perceive it as like in life you'll always have goals, but I feel like once you hit that goal, the next goal is already set. You're like pushing it further and further back. So that can be really frustrating. You feel like you hit a goal and you just never actually like can relish in it. Also in like a relationship side, like the grass isn't always greener. But when the ship sinks, you just swim to shore, build a new ship, get out there. So yeah, I think no matter how far away you feel like you are, how close you are, you're almost there.
I love that. That's perfect. If you're not enjoying the journey, what's the point, right? At the end of the
Exactly.
day.
I mean, there's no true destination. There's no destination.
Facts. And correct me if I'm wrong, this is a wild week for you. Tomorrow is your first sold out show in LA.
Yep.
That's so exciting, Austin. So first of all, how does that feel?
It's actually insane. I mean, this is my first show back in like 2.5 years.
Wow.
My last show was in October of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's actually insane and really, really like inspiring to see that I'm able to pick up where I left off. Shout out to everything that's happened for me recently, which has been amazing. That's kind of like opened up these doors, but yeah, it's kind of shown me the like, hey, I got to do more shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now it's time to do some more.
Yes. Are you from LA originally?
I'm from Panama City, Florida.
Oh, wow. Okay. Amazing. So they'll be on the tour, I'm sure.
They gotta be. I gotta go to Florida. I got to.
That's so cool. Make all the corner stops, Maine, Florida.
Yep,
So,
got to.
your show tomorrow, what can people kind of expect from your performance?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a true believer in live music is the best way to enjoy music. So I feel like over the past 2 years, I've grown so much as an artist and like just in my confidence in myself and being on stage. It was such a weird thing, like trying to adjust from getting behind a drum set and then just having a mic in your hand. Like you don't have anything there guarding you. It's just full transparency, you and the people there. I've just gotten so much more comfortable in like myself. And I'm really able to like perform these songs. And as an artist, that's all you can hope for. People are just gonna see me up there having a good time. I think if you are truly up there having a great time and people can see that, they'll be having a good time too.
Yes,
So
it's contagious.
it is.
100%. Well, best of luck with the show. I can't wait to see footage from it. That's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
I do have a couple fan questions for you today, Austin.
Okay. Amazing.
So the first one comes from Let's Sow Flames. They want to know, first, do you write your own songs, but also send love from South Africa?
South Africa.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The internet's crazy. Yeah, I write all my songs. I always have a hand in them. I would say like 85 to 90% of my songs were just written just me. More recently though, I've let some people in, like I said, on the writing side, to challenge me a little bit and get my wheels spinning. Sometimes it's tough just sitting in here by myself and just trying to figure it out. People can really pull the best out of you. So yeah, but I do fully believe in just writing your own stuff.
Hell yeah. Next question comes from Emily QNG. She wants to know, will you ever go to London on tour?
Absolutely. I'm trying to go there as soon as possible.
Yes, they love you all over the world, Austin. Look at you.
I gotta go to London. London sounds like a whole trip.
Yes. Have you ever been before?
I've never been. I'm planning on going soon though. I don't know if it's gonna be for a show or if it's gonna be for, just just leisure.
Yeah. Well, Emily will be looking for you. She'll have an eye out. So look for Emily. Have you ever been to Maine before?
I've never been to Maine.
Oh, we'll have to add that to the tour list whenever that
I have
happens.
to.
We'd love to have you up here. Last but certainly not least, Austin, here in Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So I want to know, according to you, what is the way life should be?
Honestly, this is cliche, but it's honestly right there in the EP. I think it's literally just enjoy the journey. Everything that's happening to you right now, just soak that in. I think it's all about taking time to yourself and fully allowing yourself to process what's happening around you, especially in this chaotic world we live in now. It's so easy to just get lost in, what's happening to other people and what's not happening to you. I think it's all about taking time and just like figuring out what's going right. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff to complain about, but just look yourself in the mirror and be like, could be worse.
Oh, it always could be, right? Absolutely. And I think that's great advice, Austin. Thank you so much for chatting with me today. I'm going to pre-save the EP as soon as we hop off here, and I can't wait to hear it on Friday.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great to meet you, Austin. Take care.